John? It seemed like a little bit uncharacteristic at times from the Swans. Just didn't seem to quite be on at times.
Was probably taking a fair bit away from Richmond. Let's dip our hats to them first and foremost. I mean, they probably had 8 or 9 chase down tackles, and to their credit, they played really well. So learned during the week, make sure we give some respect to the opposition. So I thought Richmond were really good. You've got an opposition out there, and they played really well. We weren't as sharp around the ball, without the ball in particular. Probably as much without the ball defensively that we've been really strong at, and probably a bit of that down to Richmond, who are very good at it.
So that pressure you put down was that big flaky error, probably just not been as clean as usual. You put that down to how good they were.
Oh no, I think that it's a combination of everything. But Richmond were really good, and you've got to acknowledge that they were very good. They put enormous pressure on the footy. We fumbled a bit, and then gave them looks. And once you do that, they were able to get the ball forward, and we weren't able to score off turnovers easily, and they were. And we weren't. If you look at just getting the basics wrong, we didn't consistently spoil the ball forward. That's just a basic one. But get the ball forward and LDLs or stop their uncontested marks, things that we're normally pretty good at. They were good at, and we weren't as good as what we normally are in that space. So the combination of the two. But we lost by 5 points.
Something Rampy out at half time. Do you have a status of when he's
Not yet. Other than he's just got a tight hamstring. So I'm hoping that it's okay, but also knowing that Dane's a pretty tough bugger, and so we've got a 6-day break. We're going to get to Adelaide this week, so we won't know until he gets it scanned. But obviously, it was concerning enough to sub him.
Do you think it took the backline a bit of time to reorganise once he wasn't on the ground anymore, allowed to kick those couple goals?
Look, what do? We kicked I didn't think we were absolutely doing everything well in that first half anyway. We kicked the first one just after half time, and we're hoping to get a bit more deeper entries and to be able to put them under pressure with our set-up defence a little bit better than what we did, but we weren't able to do it. So could we have been a bit set up better behind the ball? Maybe, but it's probably a combination of a few things, combination of that and probably not using the ball as well as what we could have going forward, which meant we were susceptible a bit to turnovers.
How do you see the tall set up sort of working at the moment? Logan, Marty, McLean, how do you sort of see that?
It's interesting. It's when you say at the moment, it depends what week, isn't it? And so I think in general it's going along pretty good. It's not going to work perfectly every week, and I think we've got to be mindful of that. So I think that'll ebb and flow a bit, but I think in general it's been pretty good for us so far this year. We haven't been too bad.
Are you committed to playing all 3 of those? Is that a long-term plan?
We're committed to picking the best team we can to win, and so that whatever that looks like, that'll look like, and so we'll make that decision from week to week. But in the end, I'm not sure whether that was the reason. I'd like to see us a bit stronger defensively without the ball. And that gives us opportunities to be able to go back when we're really strong without the ball and causing turnovers. We're able to go back and score a bit easily, and we weren't able to do that today.
How have you seen Logan McDonald's development this year, and his work ethic is really strong?
Yeah, his work ethic's really good. He's strong, he's smart, he's still learning the game, he's still growing. He's a young key forward, so. Those guys are going to have their moments where they look really sharp and really good, and they're going to have moments when they're still developing it. And that's, we're all younger than Richmond today. We've still got 13, 24 and unders out there, so we've still got some development in the consistency space. We've still got to be better than that. To be a good team, you've got to be able to stay at that level all the time. But we weren't at our best, but when we get beaten by 5 points, so. There's some things to come out of it which we'll learn from and get better at.
Sam Reid only played a half in the VFL today. Is that in preparation for potentially selecting him?
I tightened up a little bit in the quad, and so we didn't want to take any risks given his history, so we just backed him off in the second half. Taylor played 2.5 quarters, I think, and I think it's okay. I think he pulled up okay, but Sam, we just backed off a bit, so I'm not sure how he is. I haven't spoken to him yet.
Do you expect Taylor to come back in next week?
Depending on how he pulls up, so I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. So we'll just see how he feels. Once I sit down and have a chat with him, we'll work that out during the week.
John, what can you tell us about the Sam Wicks situation? Did he not play because of the issue that arose, or did he not play because he hasn't been playing well?
We made a decision this week to pick our best team that we thought could give us a chance to win. Now we're a kick off it. We didn't win, so.
But was the other stuff backed up?
I'm not going into that.
Or?
I'm not going into that.
All clear?
All right. Thank you. Thanks.